Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is the second episode of my Christmas 2020 series. If you are new here, my name is Barbara, and if you like budget-friendly decor DIYs, then I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you enjoy today's video, please like, comment, and share with your friends. I am really excited to share with you how I created 5 budget-friendly Christmas DIYs using items from Dollar Tree. For the first project, I am using this super cute sign from Dollar Tree with the wooden beads at the top. I'm also using a Christmas ornament from Dollar General, which was $1. And then I am also going to be using a white fern from Dollar Tree that has like some glitter and some powdery stuff on the outside. And I'm going to use my 3 pine cones. These are the frosted pine cones. They come in a package from Dollar General. You get 12 in a pack for $1. And then Waverly chalk paint in the color white. So I'm going to begin by removing the hanger off of the Christmas ornament, and then I'm going to paint just the inside of the sign about 2/3 of the way down. This is probably not necessary because I'm going to decorate it, but just in case you could see between the decorations, I didn't want you to be able to see the wording in the back. I wanted the back to look just like the sides. And I'm going to place the ornament on the bottom front of the sign, and I'm going to put that down with some hot glue and just make sure I have an even amount on each side at the bottom of the sign. And then I have pulled 4 pieces of the white fern off to decorate the top, and I just placed it, kind of played around with it until I got it the way I liked. And I do end up pulling 2 more pieces off because I like the fullness of 2 on each side at the bottom, and then 2 at the top, kind of coming out from the pine cones out to the side. And then I glue the 3 pine cones down right on top of that. And I think this turned out absolutely gorgeous. If you have a very large Christmas tree, you could use this as an ornament. I don't have room for a very large Christmas tree, so I will just be using this as part of my Christmas decor. But I absolutely think this turned out so beautiful. So for the second project, I am using a used wide mouth mason jar lid. I can, so there's no need for me to throw this lid away when I can turn it into something beautiful. And I'm using this buffalo check red and black tree skirt from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to cut 2 circles out slightly larger than the flat part of the lid, and I do line it up so that I make sure I have the design of the buffalo check the way I want it when I put this down on top of the lid. So I'm going to cut 2 because I'm going to make this a double-sided Christmas ornament, and you could use it, whichever side you prefer. To attach the fabric to the lid, I'm going to use matte Mod Podge. And I'm just going to apply that to the lid, and then I'm going to put my fabric over top of it, and then put Mod Podge on top of the fabric. And I'm going to do that on the opposite side as well. And then I'm going to set this on a piece of wax paper so that it doesn't stick to the paper. And I'm going to let this dry overnight before I cut that excess off. And then I'm going to take the outside portion of the lid, the twisting part, and I'm going to paint that in my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is just a black color. And I am going to paint that on the outside as well as the inside of the lid so that it will have a nice cohesive look when you turn the ornament around. And I'm going to set that to the side, let it completely dry before I put Mod Podge on it, just to protect that paint so that when you hang your ornament up or you store it when the holidays are over, that it doesn't scratch that chalk paint off of there. So like I said, I let mine dry completely overnight, and then I'm going to take my scissors and cut the excess fabric off of the lid, making sure that I get it as close to the lid as I can so that it will fit down inside the twisting portion nice and securely. So once I have all of that cut off, I am going to take one of these wooden snowflake DIY stickers from Dollar Tree. And I removed this sticky foam portion off of the back because I do want you to be able to see through the little center circle. And I painted this with my metallic paint marker. This came from Dollar General and it's silver color and it's really beautiful. It's nice and shiny and metallic. And it only takes one coat. And then while that is drying, I'm going to put a nice generous amount of hot glue on the inside of the twisting part of the lid so that I can push the fabric portion of the lid down nice and flush and let that glue set up before I decorate this ornament. So once that has set up, I love the way that one black line goes across because that's going to be the perfect place for me to line my lettering up. And these stickers came from Walmart. They come in a package with 6 pages, 2 silver, 2 gold, and 2 black. And I'm going to spell the word, oh, and it was less than $3 for that whole pack. I'm going to spell the word peace, and then I am going to go over that when I'm done attaching the snowflake with hot glue on the back side. I am going to go over the word peace with Mod Podge because those stickers are not super sticky. They don't, and I didn't want the letters to come off when you hang the Christmas ornament up. So I do go over that with the Mod Podge, and that turns out really nicely, and I do let that set up and dry. To create my hanger for the ornament, I am using the silver tinsel cord from Dollar Tree, and I'm just creating a loop at the top, and then I'm going to wrap it around one way and then take the other side and wrap it around till they meet at the top portion of the hanger. And I'm going to put all that down with hot glue. So just create a loop at the top, and then I'm going to hot glue that right there at the top part of the ornament, and then go around each side with one side of the tinsel cord. I hope that makes sense, you guys. So it'll look like 2 ropes, 2 pieces of tinsel cord going all the way around. And I think this turned out so gorgeous. These would make very inexpensive gifts to give to teachers, or you could actually use them as hangers on gift bags. I just think it turned out gorgeous. So for the third project, similar concept, except I'm just using the twisting portion of the outside of a wide mouth mason jar lid. And I gave that a nice coat of my Waverly chalk paint in white. And I'm going to let that completely dry. And again, I'm going to go over that with Mod Podge so that it will protect that chalk paint, because you're storing it and you're hanging it up on a tree. You know, it's going to rub the tree and you don't want that paint to chip off. So I'm using one of these wooden Christmas ball ornaments. They come in a package at Dollar Tree. I cannot remember if it's 5 or 6. And I'm using my Christmas red folk art paint, acrylic paint, and I think I got that from Walmart. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to cut the top hanging portion of the Christmas ball ornament off, and then I'm going to give this one coat of the Christmas red. Now, I will admit, as I was painting this on there, it was looking very pink, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, but when it dries to a gorgeous red. Then I'm using a piece of leftover foam board, and I'm just tracing around the wooden ornament. And then I'm going to cut that down with my X-Acto knife so that I can attach this to the back of the wooden piece, and you could see the white from the foam board through those wooden cutout stars on the ornament. So once I get that completely cut out and nice and even, I'm going to secure that to the back of the ornament using my hot glue. And again, I think this would make a nice, inexpensive gift, especially since you get 5 or 6 in a package for $1. So you can make a lot of these, especially if you have the mason jar lids. You can make a lot of these for less than $1. And then once I get that the foam board attached to the wooden piece, I'm going to put a nice amount of hot glue on the inside of the lid, and then put the wooden piece face down. And then to create my hanger, I'm going to use the same concept that I did in the previous project, except I'm using some hemp rope. And I'm just going to create a loop at the top and glue that down at the top part of the ornament. And then I'm going to hot glue one strand around one side till it meets to the top of the hanger, and then one around the other side till it meets to the top part of the hanger. and glue. I do put a dot of glue on top of the hanger again just to hold it in place. And then once I get all of that done, this project is complete and it's so easy to make and it's so cute. I really do like this project and I hope you guys like it as well. And I love this gorgeous Christmas red. It's so pretty. So for the fourth project of today's video, I am using one of the magnetic tins. They come in a package of 2 at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use some red ribbon from Dollar Tree with the white snowflakes on it. And I'm going to hot glue the ribbon to the outside of the magnetic tin. And I thought this would be a really cute decorative piece for your refrigerator. Again, you could give it as a gift. So cute, so simple, and so inexpensive to make. So to decorate the inside of the tin, I am using this calendar from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use the piece on the back that shows you which each one of them look like for the months, and I'm going to use the month for December, and I just cut that out. And you could trace this out, but I just held it up and cut it to the size of the lid, and then I do go in and cut it a little bit smaller so that it will fit into the inside of the container. So once I know that's going to fit, I'm going to put that down with Mod Podge. And then I'm going to put the paper on there and again go over it with Mod Podge. And this is matte Mod Podge, which you could use gloss. You could use whatever kind you want. It's just I have matte Mod Podge on hand. And then I am going to set that to the side and let that Mod Podge dry. Then I'm going to use the ornament filler. You find these again at Dollar Tree in the red, white, and green. And it's very sparkly and pretty. And I just filled maybe about 1/3 of the tin up. I just kind of filled it up until you could see it with the lid on. And it's really pretty. And then once I get the amount of the filler in there that I want, I'm going to attach the lid to the canister, the tin there, just because this doesn't sit really well on top of it. And if you're going to have it on your refrigerator, you sure don't want the lid to pop off and that decorative stuff to go everywhere. To decorate the top part of the magnetic tin, I'm using the silver tinsel cord, and I'm just going around that one time just to give it a little something extra. And I think it looks really pretty with that red and white ribbon on the bottom. And it's so cute and sparkly. And you could just make quite a few of these very inexpensively to put on your refrigerator. I mean, they come 2 in a pack. So cute. And I really like how this project turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So for the 5th and final project of today's video, I'm going to be creating a nice floral centerpiece. And I'm actually going to be using 2 of these wooden crates from Dollar Tree. And then 1 of the wood planks, they come in a pack of 6 in the Crafter Square section at Dollar Tree. Some Gorilla Wood glue, my hot glue gun. And I'm going to just put the Gorilla Glue on one side of one of the trays. And then I'm going to put my hot glue on the other side. And then I'm going to butt these up together to create one long piece so you could use it as a centerpiece. I'm actually going to use it on my console table, my entryway, and I think it's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. So once that sets up, I'm going to take the wood plank and I'm going to attach that in the center of the 2 pieces, and I'm going to put wood glue on like one rim of the tray and then hot glue on the other rim on the other side of the tray. And then I'm going to hold that in place until that hot glue sets up, and just make sure that I try to center it right there between the 2 pieces. And then I'm going to give it 1 coat of paint in my Waverly chalk paint in white. And of course, you could paint this before you put the pieces together, because you obviously can't get inside up under that wood plank. But I'm okay with that because I'm going to decorate it and you're not going to see underneath those wooden plank sides. But it's just your personal preference if you want to paint it before you glue it. This is how it looks once the paint has dried. So pretty. I didn't bother to paint the bottom because you're not going to see it. But you could paint it if you wanted to. To distress it, I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color Mineral and a nice stiff brush. And I'm not too heavy-handed with it. I just wanted to give it a little something extra to look a little bit more farmhouse. because that is the style in my home. And I just go around each of the edges, and I do go over the top piece, the little wood plank piece at the top. You're not really going to see it, but just in case you could, I just kind of went over that and distressed it a little bit. And then also I'm going to be using this beautiful glass candle holder from Dollar Tree. Now the insert for the votive candle is like a dark brown, and this piece from Dollar Tree was very like the paint was peeling off of it, so I painted it in my black chalkboard paint from Dollar General, and I just give that one coat all the way around. Now I do not recommend using a lighted tea light, like an actual flame, because I don't know how that would react with the chalk paint. I'm going to use one of the flameless tea lights from Dollar Tree. They come 2 in a pack. I just didn't know how a flame, I mean, the way I'm decorating mine anyway, I would not use a flame candle anyway. So I don't know how that would react with chalk paint. But I'm going to use this beautiful pick. These are like the little clips from Dollar Tree, and it has the red berries and the pine cones and a cotton ball, and I'm going to use 4 of those. Now I removed the clips from the bottom of mine. You don't have to, I just chose to do that. And I just fluff each one out and get it nice and full looking, and then arrange it in the tray the way I like it, which is sort of similar on each side, like the top part, the cotton is going outwards, and then the pine cones, but you decorate it however you like, and whichever style you want. And I think that was nice and full. Those 4 clips really filled that up and made it nice and pretty. So I'm using this berry bundle from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to pull 2 of the berry bundles off, but I am going to pull 4 of the leaves off that are under the berries. And I'm going to cut the plastic portion off that holds the leaf onto the stem and pull that out so it's just the leaf part of it. And it has a nice shiny finish on one side and a dull finish on the back side. And it naturally flips up because of the way it was designed with the center hole. So I'm actually turning mine inside out so that when I put my glass candle holder on there, the shiny part will kind of form up around the glass candle holder. I hope that makes sense, you guys. And you could secure that down with hot glue. I chose not to because I do want to be able to take this tray and redecorate it for different holidays, and I didn't want to glue those leaves on there and make them permanent. So I just took 2 of the berry bundles that I picked off, and then I just formed a circle, kind of bend those around until it forms a half circle, and then I put the top part on the glass votive and inserted the flameless candle, and this turned out so gorgeous. I think this is going to be so beautiful in my entryway on that console table. I really truly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have a favorite, please let me know in the comments down below. Please take care, and I will see you guys next time.